Hello, hello, my friends. I have a bonus candle review for you today. And the reason why I am filming this review kind of, I don't want to say in haste, but I'm trying to get it up for you guys today is because Bath & Body Works is having a $12.95 candle sale. I do know that there are quite a few of you who also still have a 20% coupon and may be looking to stock up on some candles because rumor is that Bath & Body Works is going to be changing their coupon policy after August 1st, where if you place an order over $250, that 20% will not apply past that price point. So anyways, I wanted to get this candle review out for you guys today in case you are contemplating purchasing this candle while it is $12.95. I think it might be extended throughout this weekend. I feel like Bath & Body Works runs a lot of their sales like Thursday through Sunday. But anyways, I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys on this one because I am encountering something with it that I feel like you guys should know about if you are planning on purchasing this candle. So this is Cranberry and Gala Apple. Do you guys say Gala or Gala? I feel like according to the proper rules of English, we should be saying Gala. You know, anytime there is a vowel followed by a consonant, like a vowel anchors a consonant, I think that the first vowel is a hard vowel. I don't know, you guys. English teachers, you can chime in down below. But anyways, you guys, this is Cranberry and Gala Apple. The fragrance notes on this candle are Gala Apple, Tart Cranberry, and a pinch of cinnamon. Now it looks like this is part of that neutral blends collection. We have kind of this beautiful blush colored vessel. I think it's very similar color to, it looks like to pink lavender and espresso, maybe not as pinky, but it's nice, you know, especially if you are somebody who likes a more neutral aesthetic for your home. I think that this is a very nice collection that Bath & Body Works offers. So what does my nose detect? Well, upon cold sniff, you guys, I mentioned that I was surprised by how much I really enjoyed this fragrance. I actually detect all of the 3 fragrance accords that are listed here. I do pick up. I do get that Gala Apple. The apple note in here, we actually eat a lot of Gala apples because that tends to be what winds its way into the what are they, the little snack packs at Costco, you know, the ones that they put Mickey on, or they put a bag of apples. My kids love to eat apples, and so those are usually the most cost effective for us to purchase. I feel like Gala apples are similar to a Red Delicious. They're not overly tart, but they're not super sweet either. They've got a little bit more flavor to them in my opinion than a Red Delicious, but they're not as memorable, I would say, or say a Granny Smith we know is very tart, or a Honeycrisp is very sweet. Fuji apples tend to be a little bit more sweet as well. I feel like these are kind of the balance. They're kind of a more quote-unquote neutral apple. So I do detect a neutral apple fragrance in here, but I do get some of that tart cranberry in here, and I really like the combination. Also in here, that little pinch of cinnamon does come through, especially upon burn. It's not red hot cinnamon, but it is definitely a cinnamon spice note in here. To me, you guys, this fragrance is in a strange way kind of oddly nostalgic. There's something about it that maybe reminds me of walking into this may turn some people away, but it kind of reminds me of walking into grandma's house in the 90s. Has a little bit of an element of craft store vibe, but really not. Not in the way that it's super generic. It's very pleasing. I think a lot of people would find this fragrance nice. There's nothing in it that really screams too conceptual or out of the box. It seems like a crowd-pleasing type of fragrance, and for that reason, you guys, I was actually really surprised by how much I liked it, because sometimes cranberry fragrances, particularly Bath & Body Works take on cranberry, can be very hit or miss with me. But I feel like this is one of those fragrances where all of these fragrance notes that are listed here beautifully balance out. Not only do you smell them upon cold sniff, but they really shine when the candle is burning. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and talk about why I wanted to share my review with you guys quickly. So you guys know that I do tend to prefer to get to the halfway point before I share my full thoughts with you and do a dedicated review. I have actually burned this candle 3 times, and the reason why I'm wanting to share it with you guys is because I want you to take a look at these wicks here. Now, they don't really look like they're much of like an issue. You're kind of like, okay, Katie, so those wicks, they're lit, right? I'm gonna tell you guys, history has told me that when the wicks look like this with Bath & Body Works candles at the beginning, it usually means that they're gonna dud out on me halfway through. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it here as I'm filming, but I don't know if you can see. Do you see how they're getting that little white tip at the end? When the wicks get that white tip at the end, that's usually my telltale sign that these are going to develop puny wick syndrome. This is a very slow burning candle. In fact, it is one that took, quite honestly, a lot longer than average I have experienced with Bath & Body Works candles to pull out. It took a little bit longer to start throwing. So for that reason, you guys, I do want you to be kind of aware that this, for me at least, looks like a candle that is probably going to need to be relegated to the candle crock, or I'm gonna have to soak up wax or pour some wax out. Now, that being said, you guys, I like the fragrance enough on this one that I am not going to return it. So far, I'm having a similar experience on another candle that I recently hauled from Bath & Body Works, and I will have that review coming up for you guys, at least before the weekend is over. I will make sure to get that one. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that one is performing even worse than this one, and I am really contemplating taking that one back because I don't love the fragrance enough to feel like I want to deal with those issues. I do like the fragrance enough on this candle and the fact that it complements a lot of other fragrances that I currently have in my candle collection that I will go ahead and quote unquote put up with the wicks on this one. But you just might want to be aware of it, that if you love the fragrance, it might not be one that you want to hoard like 5 or 6 of them if it's going to have burn issues for you guys. So I did want to let you guys know about that. Do I think that this is worth purchasing to see if it will perform well for you? You know, at that, especially if you have a 20% off coupon, now we're at like $10 and some change before tax on these candles. Yeah, I would go ahead and pick one up at that price point. And honestly, that's the price point that I paid for this candle when I purchased it. I bought this candle last week when Bath & Body Works was trying to rival Amazon Prime Days, and they had like online $12.95, so I did a BOPUS order. So I did pay around that price point for this candle. And again, because I like the fragrance enough, I'm not gonna take it back. But I don't know what's going on, you guys. I had a really good streak with a lot of Bath & Body Works candles where they were performing really well for me. And then I'm gonna tell you guys, just the recent ones, even you guys, I started burning Summer Boardwalk, and that candle I'm having issues with the wicks on as well. So I don't know if it's at the wicks that they are using for particular fragrances that might have like an apple note in them, although one of the other fragrances doesn't have apple note in it, and that's not performing well for me. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what Bath & Body Works is doing here with the wicks, but you just might want to be aware of that. And also the other reason for me why sometimes the puny wicks make me nervous with Bath & Body Works is that usually when that happens, I get more sooting, and it also alters the fragrance of the candle because it does start to smell a little bit scorched or burned. So I will keep you guys posted on how this candle burns, but that is why I am doing this post-burn review a little bit earlier than I typically do, just because, again, I do want to save you guys the money. If you were planning on hoarding this one, just be aware that I am encountering a less than ideal burn. Strength and throw on this one, I almost forgot to mention that because this is a slower burning candle for me. So far, you guys, I'm getting about a 6.5 in terms of strength and throw on this one. It does pretty well in my bedroom. If I burn it in there, I can smell it pretty well despite the slower burn on it. But out in my living room, I can smell it, but it doesn't really want to throw all the way into the kitchen or carry into the hallways. It pretty much stays within the living room. I do have listed in the description box down below the dimensions of my home, as well as the age and environmental factors, and those are always things that you should take into consideration when somebody is sharing their perspective of strength and throw with you guys, because you might want to compare their home size or those other factors to yours to see if it would probably be an accurate comparison, or maybe you could gauge, you know, you can gauge some differences there to see if a candle will work for you. So fragrance definitely gets a thumb up, but performance on this one, it's going to be a one and done for me, unfortunately. This does pair really nicely if you have the pairing that I've really been liking this with, although I didn't really give a favorable review earlier today to this candle either, this does pair really nicely with the new Country Candle glazed berry scone. I also think that this will burn really nicely with Hallmark's Harvest Leaves. So those are some other combinations that this one can burn alongside. So please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. It helps me out with the old YouTube algorithm. If you like candle reviews, hauls, empties, lots of candle content, and you're not subscribed to my channel already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I think that you would enjoy what I have to offer here. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.